testify before we get into the lesson? Amen. Bless.
I give our praises to God and the glory, Lord. I want to thank him, Lord. I want to honor him for the blessing that he's bringing my brother to. In Jesus' name I pray.
Yes. Amen. Good report. Amen. Brother Kev, you got testimony? Testify, Brother Kev. Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank the Lord for the Holy Ghost, for his saving power, for his saving grace. Thanks for traveling grace. I went to Houston last weekend. I thank for the wisdom and knowledge he's given me to to be a blessing to my family.
Yes.
And everything. So God will give me a trait that I can help people with. Some folks are still struggling.
Come on.
I thank God for that.
Big time.
Matter of fact, I just come out over my first cousin's house and helping him with his electrical problem. God just give me wisdom how to do it. I remember Cam asked me years ago, I was putting a water fountain together. He said, how you do that? Cam, I pray about everything. I pray about everything. I had all them pieces laying out there, and I started reading the instructions. I said, Lord, you got to help me with this. Hey, he just started coming together.
Amen.
And the Bible said, cast all your cares on. And that's what I do. I told one time I ain't went into the bathroom, got on my knees with the praying about a machine out there. When I come out of that, I went out in that machine and started up. But I just believe God, he cares about us just that much. He loves us just that much. It's nothing too big and nothing too small for him not to get involved. I just thank God for it.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Y'all please be in prayer for and all the ones that's going to be affected from this hurricane down in Louisiana. Yeah, Lord, they done been through enough. You would think that they done been through enough. Looks like it's going towards New Orleans, down there, and Oak Ridge down that way. So y'all just be in prayer for them. I know I met a couple that's up here working that's actually from down there. So they got families down there. While they're out working, I'm pretty sure they worry about their families, making it through. So continue to pray for them. Thank God for Sister Elizabeth's testimony. Just another testimony that God still wins. Man, even when we don't know what to do, he's still in charge. He's still able. Thank God for Sunday. Oh my goodness. God, I'm telling you, you can tell that God is trying to get his church ready for his return. Because his spirit is just so overwhelming. It's just so constant. It's just so consistent. He's just trying to get us ready for his return. And his anointing is, flowing on ministers, flowing on testimonies, flowing in families. And we want to continue to reach out to people. We continue to have new visitors. That's what you want to see, new faces. We continue to have new faces, people that hadn't never experienced a move like they're witnessing. Be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Thank God for what I seen of my nephew. I tell you, when God touches somebody, you ain't got to mess with it. God gonna do what he needs to do. God's gonna do what he needs to do. We want to be wise in how we handle, individuals too. I'm just talking, y'all. It ain't nothing I've seen. I'm just talking. But when you dealing with people, you want to be wise on how you handle people. You want to be wise when you pray. I've heard brothers and sisters, I don't lay my hand on somebody just like that. You want to be wise about that stuff. Want to get off in their face and, my breath might not be as I'm serious. Yeah. That little stuff. The devil be looking for anything to throw somebody off. So if I run up there, let me help him pray for him, and I ain't got myself washed out and clean, as soon as they smell my breath, what you think they going? Oh my goodness. That's a big distraction, y'all. Be careful. Don't get too close to them, spit in their face, just stuff. Anything. You gotta be careful. Go ahead, bro, Kevin. Oh my goodness. Good. Just be mindful, but we want don't be now. Hey, now I'm saying is, do not stay in your seat because you don't want to offend them. No, we want to help pray for them, y'all. We want to help pray for them, but you got to be careful and cautious. I'm speaking because we're the core of the church, and we're the ones really probably going to be praying for them, majority of them. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that. Just like, we try to be mindful with the mics not being too loud and not being too low. It's everything got a balance that you got to try to balance. This is a serious business. It's serious business, and we Pastor didn't just call this church up just so we can get together and have church. We want to save souls, and y'all, we have been doing that. We have been affecting this county, this community, this city. Abundant Love name is ringing out there in them streets. Yeah. Still people, I want to come. People from out of town, I want to come. I hear about what y'all doing up there. And it's all because that we got a one mind and one accord to help. Amen. Turn your Bibles to 2 Timothy. Appreciate everyone that went to Houston. Amen. Appreciate you following the church and representing the church. Amen. 2 Timothy chapter 3. And we're going to read from verses 1 through 9. In fact, getting better and better. He came with a beat a while ago. Them praise singers know any little different thing will throw me off, boy. I had to make sure. He was on beat, but I had to make sure I stayed on. It was different. Anything different from me will throw me off, y'all. I want to throw my microphone at Mike. He know it, boy. He'll do. Anything. I had to turn around, start looking at the chair there. But that Fat, man, you doing a great job, Fat. That's what consistency will do. Consistency beat talent any day. Consistency beat talent any day. 2 Timothy chapter 3. Appreciate Brother Earl. Brother Earl, you talking about faith. Consistent. Amen. He can get on your nerves sometimes. Amen. 2 Timothy chapter 3, chapter 3, verses 1. It say, this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. It say, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. And this not talking about, man, me and Brother Melvin. This is mankind. This is everybody. Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents. Don't think that it just, came out the blue. It's down here. It's written in the Word of God. Unthankful. Unholy. Without natural affection. Truce breakers. False accusers. They sung that song, Pastor, lied on many times, but we're still here. Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Hey, that's something. How can you not like somebody from trying to be better, the best they can be? Despisers of those that are good. Are you holier than thou? Can't tell you nothing no more. That's in the Word. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Verse 5 reads, it said, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses. That's why you got to protect your home. Got to watch what come around your houses. It said, and led captive silly women laden with sin, led away with divers lusts. Then say, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. It said, now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these resist the truth. See, they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They resist it. You start trying to tell, don't tell me now. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear it. They don't want to hear what's right. Right. Uh-huh. Yes. Amen.
Got mad and left the table, where we was. I said, well, you know what? I ain't came and did what I need to do, and and I'm leaving it at that, and I still love you.
Amen. They say they resist the truth. Just leave it there, brother, or somebody else might want to talk, comment. It said, men of corrupt minds, they'll reprobate concerning the faith, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs was. That's going to be let known to everybody. I'm going to talk about for a minute, and this is probably going to have to be a part 2, maybe part 3. But I'm going to talk about for a little while the last days. Just so happened the testimony was talking about that. The last days. The last days. And I'm just going to talk about some of the character, and these are some of the characteristics of the last days. Some of the things that's going to be happening that you want to be looking for, that you want to be mindful of in the last days. So 2 Timothy was the major theme of 2 Timothy was the suffering for Christ. That's what the theme of this chapter or this book was. And Paul was in prison awaiting for his death. He was in prison and waiting for his death sentence. And he called Timothy to suffer with him. Turn to 2 Timothy, Brother Cameron, chapter 2 and verse 3. He called for Timothy to suffer with him.
Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ.
He wanted Timothy, hey, I want you in it with me. He said, endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. And that's talking about endure hardships. Brother, turn that mic off, brother. Endure hardships as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. And so the first part, the first verse in Timothy, he said, but understand this. Or it can be translated into, but realize this. Is another translation. Realize this, Timothy. So there's something that we must realize about the church. And if we don't, we may become disillusioned or even fall away. And sadly, many people have fell away because they didn't realize about the things that could go on inside the church. He said, remember this. In describing the state of the church in the last days, Paul said it was going to be what? Perilous times. Perilous times is going to come. You're going to suffer. Things are going to happen. Perilous times is described as difficult times. It'll be hard times. Anybody ever had a few hard times lately? Hard times are going to come. Don't think that they're just happening to you just because it's you. It's just the time, the signs of the time. It's the way it is. This is what makes us what we are or who we are. You know, Brother Cameron was having a lot of trouble. I don't even know if he remembered. But, man, I'm telling you, seems like every time it happens, something coming on, I'm going with when he was in school up there. I'd be talking with Sister Felicia and Brother Marlon, or such and such happened. You know, and I just sent him, I don't know if I sent him a text or something, but I just said, smooth seas don't make skillful sailors. You don't learn how to sail on a smooth sea. It don't happen. You don't learn how to build good Christians just from having good time. It don't happen. No. How would it look if you always had good time? You always was in good health. And sun always shine and it never rained. Don't know, you wouldn't know how to act when it started raining. These times must be, these things must happen. And this is what makes us who we are. You got to be able to endure some things. You can't go through nothing, you ain't going to make it. But Mike, got to be honest with you, you ain't going to make it. You ain't going to make it. So he said in the last days, he said difficult times. Now, difficult, the word can be translated as terrible. Terrible times or violent times. All the killings and man, there's so much stuff happening. It's a crying shame. You wouldn't have. How in the world and how in the world can somebody get inside of a school with a rifle? How can that happen? But it happens. It's happening. You know, you just think of all the things that we go through. You know, I read some people scared to drop their kids off now. You know, but things are happening. And we could never, who would ever thought somebody drive a plane into the side of a big old building, killing hundreds of thousands of people? Who would have thought that? How could you even imagine something that bad to harm people? Who would have thought people jogging down the street and somebody just blow a bomb up? disobeyed God. These are the times Paul was talking about that was going to come. Now, the word times is not the Greek word chronos. Chronos. That chronos refers to a chronological time, a clock. That's what that word refers to. But it's kairos, referring to seasons. This is what Paul is talking about. He said this is a season that we're going through. It's a season that we're going through. But it's the what? It's the last season. Because he said in the last days. So it's the last season. So we really got to be watchful. You want to really be ready and knowing what happens. He said there will be seasons of heightening perils in the church and other times of relative peace. Why is Paul informing Timothy about the last days? Why would you tell somebody about the last days? Why would Paul be telling Timothy about Paul finna die? He knew Timothy was a young minister coming up. And Timothy, I need to inform you about this stuff so when you see it, you won't be surprised. Y'all better hear the preacher. People just don't be talking just to hear the jaws rattle. They don't be talking just to sound good. Paul was informing Timothy, hey, Timothy, some things going to come upon you, young man, that I want you to be aware of. I want to equip you to be a successful minister. That's what Paul was talking about. So, he got through that. He got through that. And the first thing that he talked about, he said, for men shall be what? Lovers the first thing, they're going to be lovers of themselves. T.O., I love me some me. Paul told Timothy the very first thing that men was going to be lovers of themselves. The dominating characteristic of the last time is the lovers of yourself, leading to further sin. What y'all think Satan tempted Eve about? Satan tempted Eve to be like God in the garden, right? He called her to self-seek fulfillment instead of loving God and others first. That's self-seeking stuff. From that point on, that became a prominent motivation in humanity. Life is all about how I can be satisfied. How I can be satisfied. And Jesus came down here not to satisfy himself, but to save others. See, it twists when you're talking about being a child of God. Things changes. It's not for you. It's for pleasing other people. It said, religion simply becomes another addition to seeking fulfillment. People ask, can Christians help us be happy? Can it help our children not lie, steal? In that case, we should go to church. No, that ain't the case. In fact, much of the teaching in the churches these days is focused on self-love. Everything focused on self-love. When you talk about, I seen, y'all, have anybody seen this? I ain't gonna call the celebrity name. I seen that one celebrity married themselves. Look, Sister Diane. You talking about some self-love. I wonder what preacher or what minister perform that wedding. I take me to be my lawful wedded husband or wife. You talking about somebody that want to revert to some self-love. I'm tired of pleasing everybody. I'm tired of trying to satisfy everybody. I'm going to just marry me. Like you can't find a good man or a good woman. You know. And the biggest thing we got, I hear going on today is I'm just going to focus on my self-happiness. What did it say? I'm going to find myself, or, as a cop-out for wanting to help somebody. That's a cop-out. And from this here, we see where it's coming from. For people shall be lovers of themselves, always trying to please yourself. Jesus, how we going to know? How we going to know that there are disciples? That you have love one toward another. Watch out for one. Am I my brother's keeper? Yeah. You think something don't happen to Brother Melvin, you don't think I feel it? I love him. I want him to be happy. I want him to be healthy and good health. But this very first characteristic is talking about self-love. Yeah. He said they say you can't love God or others unless you love yourself first. However, there's never a command in the Bible to love ourselves. Find it. Find it. Is there any command in the Bible to love yourself? For God so loved the world. Love your brother. Yeah. Love your brother. But it ain't nothing in the Bible talking about loving you. God loves you. Is that enough? Is that enough? I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to watch out for me. I'm tired of satisfying everything else. I got 4 kids at the house with a wife, and I'm sitting up here worried about satisfying me. No. You know what? Kendall is going to be accountable for the way she treat me. I ain't got to worry about that. And I'm going to be accountable. I want to tell y'all something. I don't see in the Bible where it say, Felicia love Marlon or Kendall love Mike. All right, man. But I see where it say, husbands, love your wives. Say it loud, Sister Diane. Let him hear it. Brother Melvin crossed his arm. Put the camera on him. Brother Melvin crossed his arms. But it said for the husbands to love their wives. And God, she quoting that to Kendall I'm talking about. She quoting that scripture. Woo-wee. Yeah, boy, that's rough there. And gave his life for it. Woo! But the Bible assumes that we already do. It is a result of our sin nature. When the scriptures say love our neighbors as ourselves in Matthew 12 and 31, it's simply recognizing that we already love ourselves way too much. You know how you go treat yourself. We go get ourselves manicured up. We go get ourselves pampered up. And that Bible is trying, and boy, that is all. Now, see, I'm helping myself now. The Bible, or God is trying to curve us to love somebody else, because we know we're going to try to take care of us. But think about when Jesus came on the scene, and when they was used to doing things in the Old Testament, it said an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. Jesus said, it said that, but I say love your brother. Do good to them that hate. See, Jesus was he said, I'm going to change this thing up. And this is what Paul would do. Y'all, this is getting good to me. But this is what Paul was encouraging Timothy to do. Woo! The scripture continue to call us, Brother Cameron, go to James 4 and 10. We still on the first characteristic. I'm going to probably stop on this one. But we still on the first characteristic, right? For people shall be lovers of themselves. But the scriptures continually cause us to humble ourselves. Just because we love us so much. Or we want to love ourselves so much. Read, Brother Cameron James.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
All right now. He said, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and I'm going to lift my own self up. I'm going to I'm going to pat my own self on the back. That ain't scripture. It said he going to lift you up. You stay low and let him lift you high. And then it won't be no ruckus. You know, you think about how the Lord got mad at David. The Bible talks about he numbered, look at all this I've done. Yeah. When you get to talking about what you've done and the things that you've done, I'm telling you, the Bible speaks of humbling yourselves and let God, denying ourselves and taking up our cross and following after him. Bible is trying to get us out of loving ourselves because he knew that we gonna love ourselves. You got to quit thinking about yourself so much. It ain't all about you. It ain't all about you. You see, I mean, we got good examples of how people have taken, they talk about how Sister Brenda, that's a house, used to have a home for the whole community. People just come in and she just love them she just love them all. You think she would think about herself feeding all them people? Knock every time you turn around. Bam, 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 bam. If y'all ever go by a house, y'all see she don't never keep a door closed. Only time I see that door closed at night. That's what you call an open home. That's somebody that ain't thinking about themselves. Amen? And the last thing that I'm going to talk about for this session, we're still on love. Still about loving yourself. Love a little money. Since the love of yourself is so dominant, the love of money naturally follows. By pursuing money, we cater to our desires. In fact, many will have used religion to what? Make money. You know what? I heard people, and I done heard preachers say this. It's been a while. I didn't want to work, so that's why I preach. I heard it. Yeah. I didn't want to work, so that's why I became a preacher. Man, shoot, I get me a job so fast. You too lazy to work, so you gonna preach for money. So what's your desire? Your affection, it's on you. Yeah, trying to take care of you. But it said 1 Timothy 6 and 5 says what, Brother Cameron? 1 Timothy 6 and 5.
says, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. From such withdraw thyself.
Get away. Just because you got something, make you think you somebody. Make just cause you done read a certain status that you want to be at, that okay, I got it now. Y'all know what Paul told people to do with that money? I wish you could find it. He said, you that are rich in this world, he said, be ready to distribute. Don't hold that stuff to you. He said, give it away. Give it to somebody. Help somebody with it. If you find somebody that's got some money, now don't y'all be looking. If you find somebody that got some money and ain't helping nobody, they ain't following scripture. They ain't following scripture. They ain't trying to help nobody. One son of man says, Ken, and I ain't got no money. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you an example. But me and Sister Ken, we was sitting out in all this one day, and a preacher was preaching. And we just happened to look at his shoes. I don't know, we were looking at him at the same time or what. And Ken, was that you asked me? Let's buy some shoes. You don't remember who it was it? But yeah, it's out of the blue. You know, you want to try to help people. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. You're talking about something to make you feel so good, helping somebody. It's like a refreshing when you trying to help somebody. Now don't hold it over their head, Brother Cameron. I just help you. Sitting up here and doing me like this. No, that's not of a pure mind. But hey, it's just like y'all when you hear about our pastor trying to encourage us to pay our tithes and offering. You know why? Because we as a church, we help people. And he know what he want to do, but he can't do it without who? Our help. That's what makes us a church. You know, we entrust the man that God done put over us to distribute what he's blessed this church with effectively, and not what you call it? Waste. But it's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about love. And we're gonna quit right there, because
Brother Mike, Acts chapter 4, verse 33, the Bible says, and with great power gave us witness of the resurrection of the Lord, and great grace was upon them all. Neither was there any among them that lacked, for as many as were possessors of land or houses sold them, and brought the prices of the things that were sold, and laid them down at the apostles' feet.
Wow.
And distribution was made unto every man according as he had need.
As he had need. See that? But who did they entrust? The apostles. I'm telling you. And y'all, I'm telling you, we got it right. We got it right. And it say, well, nobody lacking, right? Yeah. I'm telling you. And what I see about this church, the whole church is blessed. Whole church is blessed. It's because we're falling in line. So I thank y'all. Thank y'all. I don't know how we gonna get through. We just got through the first one in 40 minutes. Boy, this might be a 5. Get a Lord a hand clap of praise. Well, it might be a 7 week. Boy, I tell you, thank y'all. Anybody got